Sandeep Saxena and the other concerned DCs, Mr. Steve Jain, Bhushan and also DG Ojali. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to all of the media friends who have come here. As you are seeing that less number of people are there because only 7 states are have gone for poll today and 51 constituencies. But nonetheless, the Election Commission is always prepared to give the same standard of poll preparedness and facilitation. We in Election Commission announced the poll schedule on 10th of March, and you see how the time passes by. Already 57 days have passed and today is 58th day. And 5 phases poll is over, except barring few of the states, few of the polling stations where still the polling is on. So if we see, 78% of the PC's poll has been concluded today. If I give you the number, out of 543 number of PCs, 424 number of polling parliament constituencies, the polling is over with this 5th phase. So we have already traveled almost 80% of the total polling to be done. Here, if we see, in the first phase we had 91 parliament constituency, in second phase 95 parliament constituencies, 116 parliament constituency in the third phase, which was the biggest one, and 71 in the fourth phase. And fifth phase today was the shortest, or I should say only 51 number of constituency have gone. So among the 7 number of phases, this is the smallest phase. And today's 51 parliament constituencies were spread over 7 states. And those states are Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, UP and West Bengal. Jammu and Kashmir today is completing its all 6 parliament constituencies. As you know that for Anantnag, in 3 phases, the polling took place. The first phase was for Anantnag district, second for Kulgam district, and today in the third phase it was for Shopia and Pulwama districts. And also along with this, the Ladakh parliament constituency, today the polling took place. And if you see now with this 5th phase, out of total 36 number of states and union territories, to be precise, 29 number of states and 7 number of union territories. 26 states and UTs have completed the polling, and this excludes Vellore Parliament constituency of Tamil Nadu. So that is where you know that poll has been rescinded. Now for balance 2 phases, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, UP and West Bengal. These states will be going up till the last phase, that is up till the 7th phase. Apart from that, 5 northern states and UTs of Punjab, Haryana and city of Delhi, Chandigarh and Himachal Pradesh, these all would be going for one single day for the entire state or UT in next 2 phases. Now, I would just like to take you back how the journey so far has been covered. In first 4 phases, the turnout was 69.50 for the first phase, 69.44% for the second phase, 68.40% for the third phase, and 65.51 for the fourth phase which was concluded. 65.51. This is what is the final figure for the 4 number of phases which were completed before today. For today's turnout, I will come in the end. If you see the total number, compared to 2014, 7.85 crore more number of electors have in these 5 phases, in these 4 phases have been increased. So if you compare the 4 phases, first, second, third, fourth, I am just repeating, first, second, third, fourth, 4 phases, if you say see how many electors were eligible for these four phases, PC to PC. The number for 2019 is more by 7.85 crore electors. I am telling about only four phases vis-a-vis 2014. And if you see how many number of people voted as compared to 2014 in 2019 for the first four phases, it is nearly 6 crore more number of voters have voted. So if I give you the exact number, 5.94 crore number of more voters have actually participated vis-a-vis 2014 in 2019 first four phases. So that shows that how much is the optimism and how much is the participation. And if I also would like to be very happy to share with you that the women voters have really come out in a big number, and in these four phases 20 crore number of women voters have actually voted. If you see the third gender, 6,389 number of third gender people, they have participated. And if you see in absolute percentage figure, for first four phases, the voting percent up to fourth phase is higher by 1.09%. So if you add all the four phases of 2014 and 2019, the increase voting percentage wise is 1.09%. I now come to the fifth phase, and in today's fifth phase, total number of 8.77 crore electors they were eligible today to participate in the fifth phase. If I give you the breakup, it is 4.63 crore male electors, 4.14 crores women electors, female electors, and 2,119 third gender. They were eligible to participate, and out of that, the turnout I will be telling you in the end. If you see, 99,280 number of polling station today, the polling took place for the phase 5, and a very interesting figure I am giving it to you. Out of this, nearly 1 lakh number of polling station, I am rounding it off, 81% were rural polling stations. So majority of the polling stations were rural in this particular phase. The persons with disability marked for today's phase were total 6.19 lakhs. And if you see the young voters, 18 and 19 years age cohort, total 17 lakh number of voters were eligible to cast vote today. And I really express my heartfelt thank and gratitude to all the voters, especially the women, person with disability, and also the senior citizens who came out in big number. And as I have already told, up till fourth phase, 1.09% was the additional turnout. If you see absolute number, it is more than 5 crores. They came in big number, and I also thank the security personnel, the entire set of ROs, AROs, DOs, and polling personnel, which are in lakhs of number, the BLOs, who have really made this exercise in a very peaceful way to be organized, and they really had a good support they gave to us and to the voters. I also thank all the media, the print and electronic media, who have always been our partners and have from time to time given us many of the good leads on which the Election Commission has acted immediately and have also given response to you. And many of the things were done as per what has been suggested by you in various in various time on various aspects. I'll just give you very quickly, I'll not take much time, I'll just take quickly to you the information about the electors in general. So total 91.01 crore number of electors are eligible for all the 7 phases. And few of the information which I would like to give you is that how the technology, the ERO net, which I have already told you, the National Voter Services Portal has made the entire electoral process so efficient. See, between 1st of September 2018 and 31st of January 2019, when the summary revision took place, the enormity I am trying to explain to you, total 5 crore 11 lakh number of applications were received during this period, September to 1st September 2018 to 31st January 2019, 5.11 crore, out of which 4.75 crores were accepted and 34,000 were rejected. Now the second phase came when, before the announcement, that is up to the 10th of March, so 1st of February to 10th of March, nearly 1 crore applications were received. So in less than 40 number of days, 1 crore application came for various things, and out of which 90.5 lakh were accepted and nearly 5 lakhs were rejected. So this quantum of work could be handled because of very efficient system. And then the third phase is, after the announcement till the actual polling in each phase took place, total 75 lakh number of applications were received, out of which all those which were for inclusion and for Form 6 migration, which are 52.11 lakh number, were accepted. So you can see that while election were going on, 52.11 lakh number of voters were also handled. So this is the enormity I thought that I will be sharing with you. Another very important thing which I want to share with you is that for the service voters, as I already shared with you, that more than 18 lakh number of service voters had been enrolled up till the last date, and to every service voter the electronically transmitted postal ballot has been sent, and as per the information available, so far 11.3 lakh number of electronic voters postal ballot have been downloaded and now in the process of being dispatched. NVSP has today got 16.1 crore number of hits, and through toll-free SMS 1950, 1 crore 2 lakh citizens have verified till today the details of their own electoral roll entries, polling station and the other people. As far as ICT applications is concerned, again today 2 new things have started which I would like to share with you. First is that with the mobile phone itself, now you can scan the barcode which is printed on your EPIC number and it will immediately give you the information. So you need not now as elector type down the sort of digits, because many times wrong data entry leads to there is no such record, and this is taking care of that. So this is first thing which has been added. And secondly, now you can see on the website itself there is a new section which has been added which shows you the details of the affidavit, which right now was available only on the mobile app. You can see it now on the web also, that is ECI website. So this I would like to show that on the voter app you can now scan the barcode and you will be immediately getting the details. And if you go on the website of ECI, you can get the candidate's detail also with the photograph which earlier was available only and only on the mobile app. So these are the additional things which are being done. As I shared with you that MCC relaxation references from Central Ministry and the state now have started, and as on date 78 number of references from the Central Ministries have been received. If you see the total C-Vigil number, 1.34 lakh number of complaints have been received on C-Vigil, out of which 1.05 lakh were found to be correct, that is 78%. In new Suvidha portal, total 17,438 nominations received are available. You may visit that. And as far as the complaint monitoring Samadhan, total 15.26 lakh number of grievances, information, feedback and suggestions were received. I will now come to the states, 2 states which I am in charge of. First is Rajasthan, and today in Rajasthan 13 number of districts went for poll and 12 constituencies, parliament constituencies polling took place. Total 23,783 number of polling station the polling was done, and the polling timing was from 7 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m. in the evening. Total electors detail for Rajasthan today which went for poll is 2 crores 31 lakh 79,623. The turnout as has been reported at 6 p.m. Still many places the polling was going on. At that time the polling percentage was 63.75. The poll percentage in last parliament election was 61.80. So nearly 2% more turnout was reported at 6 p.m. But since many places the polling was continuing, it is likely to go up.
And these are the corresponding seats, the same seats.
Yes, only for the same seats. And poll percentage for these parliament constituency during 2018 assembly election was 74.72. Another state which I am looking is Jammu and Kashmir, and for Shopia and Pulwama, these two districts, 6 AC assembly segment, today the polling took place and total electors were 5,21,990. Polling stations 695. In Shopia and Pulwama, in third phase, total turnout is 2.81%. If I give you now the entire Anantnag Parliament constituency detail, for 2014 the turnout was 28.54% for Anantnag whole constituency, and during this parliament election 2019, for all the segments put together in three phases, it comes to 8.76%. Two incidents were reported in Jammu and Kashmir in Anantnag Parliament constituency.
This 8.76, the whole of J&K complete.
For Anantnag Parliament constituency, all put together, all the three phases put together, today is 2.81.
And what would the entire thing?
That's what I'm telling you, is 8.76%. If you want breakup, I can give. Anantnag district as a whole, it was 13.61%. Kulgam 10.32%. Shopia district 2.38%, and Pulwama 2.14%. Two incidents, though the peaceful, the J&K election was very peaceful, but in today's poll, two incidents were reported. I would like to share with you. First one was a grenade blast was reported around 8:30 a.m. in the morning at 17 Rahamu of 34 Rajpura Assembly constituency. In the school, there were three number of polling booth in that particular premise. Fortunately, there is no injury to anybody reported. And second incident took place in MS Tikkan boys. This also was in Rajpura AC, where two polling stations were there in the afternoon. A grenade was thrown, but it did not explode and it was neutralized. So these were the two incidents which took place in Pulwama and Shopian district. Whereas in Ladakh Parliament constituency, two districts, 4 assembly segments, the total turnout was it was reported at 5 p.m. was 61.56%, and during 2014 it was 71.9%. This is 5 p.m. report. We would be updating it. More percentage would be added here.
Do you have the combined figures for Ladakh and Anantnag?
I'll tell you in the end. And then few more things I would like to inform you. In Rajasthan, at 4 places, it was reported that the local voters initially were hesitant to come out. Poll boycott also was told. And then after that, the administration took efforts, persuaded them. And in all the 4 places, polling resumed later on. I'm telling you the places. First one was in Dungarpur Assembly Constituency of Bikaner district. Rana Sir is the village where on the connectivity of road and water there was initially polling was boycotted by the villagers, but afterwards on persuasion they came out, and at 3 p.m. 19.13% was the turnout. Another was Anupgarh Madan Kendra in Anupgarh AC Bikaner. Again here the polling is started at 3 p.m. Then Suratgarh, Sriganganagar, Shivnathpura also. They were initially in the morning there was poll boycott, but on persuasion voting started. And finally in Mathodi village of Churu Assembly Constituency, again for drinking water. It was reported in some section of media also. So this is another thing which I thought I will be sharing with you. As far as the cases of model code of conduct is there, as per the information available with us, the total number of model code of conduct violations which have been reported, and it is available on the website also, is 498, and we have made separate compilation for what is dealt at the level of the election commission, which I will be sharing you. So now I hand over the mic to my colleague Shri Sudeep Jain to give the feedback about the West Bengal.
Thank you, sir, and good evening, friends. I'll give you a brief with respect to Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and West Bengal. Madhya Pradesh, the elections today in 7 parliamentary constituencies out of the total 29 went off incident free. In terms of the figures, today these 7 parliamentary constituencies cover total of 1 crore 19 lakh voters, 62.84 lakh comprising of male voters, 56.52 lakhs comprising of female voters, and 235 third gender. Total 18,822 service voters were covered today. There were 110 candidates comprising 9 female candidates and 101 male candidates. The total polling stations were 15,240 covered in these pieces. Amongst some of the preventive works which have been carried out in these PCs, 62,528 licensed arms have been deposited, and 12,146 non-bailable warrants were executed. There were total of 538 cases of MCC violation in all the districts of MP that have been observed till now. 538 cases at the state level on which action has been taken. Some of the special features for today's poll were that 43 PWD manned booths were there in this phase, and 12,489 vehicles were deployed to assist elderly, disabled voters as well as pregnant women and lactating mothers. There were 275 polling stations that were covered with the queueless voting application, and 454 polling stations were all women managed polling stations in this phase at Madhya Pradesh. The turnout figures till 5 p.m. were 62.60%, comprising these 7 parliamentary constituencies, and the corresponding final turnout figure of 2014 was 57.86%. So today till 5 p.m. the percentage has been 62.60%, whereas the final figure of 2014 comprising these 7 parliamentary constituencies in MP was 57.86%. Coming to Jharkhand, I am glad to inform that one of a very difficult phase went almost incident free today. 4 parliamentary constituencies out of the total 14 parliamentary constituencies went for poll today. The total voters were 65.87 lakh today, comprising of 34.42 lakh male voters and 31.44 lakh female voters, 83 third gender. 13,185 service voters were there. Total 61 candidates in today's poll, comprising of 8 female candidates and 53 male candidates. And the poll took place in 8,834 polling stations. There has been one incident today of arsoning that took place between village Aranja and Belbera in Ranchi district of Khunti parliamentary constituency. Due to relocation of 2 booths of Aranja village to RSM school Vijayagiri for security reasons, vehicles were arranged by the district administration to facilitate the voters and ferrying them to the new location. One of the 2 tractors which had gone today to ferry voters to the relocated booth has been allegedly arsoned by LWE cadres led by Ananda. No casualty or loss or injury to human life has been reported, but the vehicle was fully damaged. The poll percentage today till 5 p.m. figures has been 63.72%. In these 4 parliamentary constituency, the total average till 5 p.m. today has been 63.72%, whereas the final figures of 2014 in these 4 PCs was 63.85%. The current figures of 2019 that I am telling you are till 5 p.m., whereas 2014 figures are the final figures. West Bengal, another tough phase comprising 7 parliamentary constituencies out of the total 42 parliamentary constituencies. The total voters covered today were 1.17 crore, comprising of 60 lakh male voters and 56.86 lakh female voters, and 211 third genders. 14,886 service voters. Total 83 candidates comprising of 12 female candidates and 71 male candidates, and the poll took place at 13,290 polling stations. The total arms deposited in this area has been 5,832 and NBW executed is 15,244. There have been a few incidents, one at 14 Bangao parliamentary constituency. Country bomb was hurled by some unknown miscreants 1 kilometer away from the polling premises of 118 and 119 in 96 Bongan Dakshin Assembly constituency, and there were 2 people who suffered minor injuries. Then second incident at 15 Barakpur parliamentary constituency, where Shri Arjun Singh, contesting candidate, visited both 241 and 242, and after getting information that some voters were not being allowed to cast their votes, however, after visiting the booth, he visited some villager's house, and there some scuffle took place. So this was a second incident. A third incident of some miscreants assaulting a CPIM or CPIM supporters at their poll camp near booth 8990 of 108 AC, and 3 persons were detained. Another incident in Howrah, where one Nityanand Sarkar, presiding officer of booth number 226, lodged a written complaint during election process. 2 polling agents threatened him and also assaulted him. He received bleeding injury. Both these accused have been detained. Another incident at 28 Hooghly, where minor damage to the ballot unit of EVM in booth number 159, FIR has been lodged. Apart from this, there has been an incident where 3 press persons have been injured when candidate of Barakpur PC, Mr. Arjun Singh, went to polling booth number 105, 106 and 107 under Amdanga AC. Some people started throwing stones. Both BJP as well as TMC supporters clashed and pelted stones, in which these 3 people got injury. The poll percentage today is 73.97% till 5 p.m. and the corresponding final figures of 2014 are 81.37%. I am repeating, today's figures as of 5 p.m. reports has been 73.97% and the final figures of 2014 have been 81.37%. Coming to EVMs, yet again today the performance has been very good in terms of the overall EVM management and the replacement that took place, and the replacement figures are 0.39% of BUs, ballot units, 0.39% of control units and 1.95% of VVPATs. These are the total replacements, and out of these 1.95% VVPAT replacement, 1.47% only are due to VVPAT failure. The remaining are due to the failure in BUs and CUs. Thank you. You want me to repeat these figures? So ballot unit and control unit, the total replacement today has been 0.39% each, and replacement of VVPAT has been 1.95%, and in this 1.95% also replacement due to failure of VVPAT has been 1.47%. Thank you.
I now request Shri Chandbhushan DEC to give the details of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, friends. As you've been knowing, Bihar today, we had elections in 5 parliamentary constituencies, 5 लोक सभा क्षेत्र थे, और इसमें 8,899 polling stations we had elections here. 8,899 मतदान केंद्र थे. कुल 87,49,847 मतदाता इसमें शामिल थे. 87,49,847. कुल मिलाकर अभी इसमें 82 कैंडिडेट्स, 82 उम्मीदवार इसमें 5 लोकसभा क्षेत्रों में फ्रे में थे, और जो अभी तक कुल मिलाकर 24 लोकसभा क्षेत्र का चुनाव बिहार में हो चुका है. 16 में अभी चुनाव होना बाकी है, जो अगले 2 फेजेस में 2 चरणों में ये होगा. 6 बजे शाम तक का जो फिगर अभी तक वोटिंग परसेंटेज का आया है, उसके हिसाब से 57.86% है. 57.86% पोलिंग till 6 p.m. in 5 parliamentary constituency of Bihar today, as against 2014 figure of 55.69%. It means there is plus 2% of polling in these PCs. The next state, Uttar Pradesh, where we had polling in 14 parliamentary constituencies. 14 लोकसभा क्षेत्र में आज मतदान हुआ. इसमें कुल 182 उम्मीदवार मैदान में थे, 182 कैंडिडेट्स. इसको लेकर के कुल मिलाकर के अभी तक 53 पार्लियामेंट्री कंस्टिट्यूंसीज इन उत्तर प्रदेश पोलिंग हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड एंड 27 आर रिमेनिंग. 28,100 मतदान केंद्र पे पोलिंग आज हुई. 28,100 पोलिंग स्टेशंस वेयर वोटिंग टुक प्लेस. 2,50,68,296 मतदाता इन 14 लोकसभा क्षेत्रों में आज मौजूद वोटर लिस्ट में थे. 2,50,68,296 and the voting percentage till 6 p.m. in these 14 constituencies reported as 57.33%, 57.33%, as against 2014 figure of 56.92%, 56.92% 2014 में था. इसके अलावा एक सूचना उड़ीसा के लिए है, आप लोगों के साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ. 96 Patkuda AC, which was having adjourned poll on 19th of May. Commission, in view of the Fani cyclone, has extended the completion of election by 2 months. In that particular constituency, which is located in Kendrapada district in Odisha. The poll date will be decided later on after assessing the ground situation in that particular constituency. Already in this particular constituency, the process of assembly constituency, this was because of adjourned poll, because one of the candidates died, this was declared at adjourned poll. And already in this particular constituency, now the nomination process has been completed. So only the thing which has to be scheduled by the commission is date of polling and the counting, which will depend on the local situation in this particular case. Thank you. Patkuda AC. Patkuda Assembly Constituency.
The combined figures of
Just hold on, please. I will also share data related to election expenditure because the regular officer is not today. In these 51 parliamentary constituencies, Commission appointed 62 expenditure observers, and they carried out the activities related to expenditure management on the ground, implemented instructions regarding election expenditure of candidates. If they are failing to report for this expenditure things, then notices were issued and all those things. Also for seizure of unaccounted money, illicit liquor, drugs and other inducements. In order to curb the abuse of money power during elections, the Commission also decided that each expenditure sensitive constituency would have 2 expenditure observers. States with geographically difficult terrain have also been allotted slightly larger number of expenditure observers, so that there is better visibility and accessibility. As per the instruction of the Commission, adequate number of flying squads, static surveillance teams, video surveillance teams were deployed in all the parliamentary constituencies and assembly constituencies. So altogether 62 expenditure observers, then 350 assistant expenditure observers, 1,047 flying squads were put in operation in these locations. Also, in addition to this, there were 1,071 static surveillance teams, which is called SSTs, and there were 599 video surveillance teams, which were also put in operation. Also, the recording which was done by our teams on the ground, so there was video viewing teams of 348 numbers. there are 332 accounting teams to calculate the account for the expenditures being incurred by candidates and the political parties on ground. And as a result of the combined efforts of the enforcement teams, there has been total cash seizure 810.80 crores. 810.80 crores of total cash seizure. Total liquor seizure is worth 266.82 crores. Total drugs / narcotics seizure is 1,250.73 crores. 1250.73 crores. Total precious metals, gold, etc. seizure is worth 976.75 crores. 976.75 crores. Total freebies and other items which were seized is worth 55.63 crores. So total seizure is now amounting 3,360.73 crores. 3,360.73 crores. Thank you.
I request Shri Dhirendra Ojha, Director General, to give the input about the media.
Good evening. As we did in previous phases of this election, we have addressed the issues related to fake news and related to social media. As of now, the total fake news cases have reached to 589. In this phase, 8 fake news cases have been reported, established. These are 7 from Rajasthan and 1 from Uttar Pradesh. I will repeat again the rest of the phases. First phase 342, second phase 51, third phase 52, and fourth phase 136. Total 189. And as far as social media is concerned, the total posts which action have been taken on Facebook by Facebook is 601. By Twitter it is 52, YouTube 5, WhatsApp 3, and Share Chat 31. Thank you. 3.
So then I have one to your question. For entire Anantnag Parliament constituency, I am giving first the district wise. Anantnag district, the total turnout was 13.63%. Kulgam district 10.32%. Today, 2 districts where the polling has taken place, Shopian, the last reported is 2.88%. Pulwama is 2.14%. All put together for the parliament constituency of Anantnag 2019, the turnout is 8.76%. In 2014, it was 28.54%. For Ladakh PC, the last reported figure is 63.76%. Now, for the entire phase 5, for all the 51 parliament constituency, for 2014, the turnout was 61.75% in 2014, and as last reported to us, for today's poll, the turnout is 62.56 as last reported to us. One more thing which I have compiled, because many of media friends were asking, in ECI how many cases of MCC violations have been received and what is the outcome thereof. So as on date, 49 number of MCC violation complaints have been received. These complaints, in some of the complaints, more than one incidents are also there. So total number is 49, out of which 43 have been disposed of and 6 are under submission, under consideration, where the decision would be taken. The breakup of 43 which have been disposed of is that 15 have been found to be no violation, 1-5, and 28 number of cases, complaints, the MCC violation was found, and different decisions have been taken, starting from warning, censure to also no campaign for a certain period. And of course, wherever there was violation of any of the laws, legal this thing under IPC or RP Act, there the FIR has also been registered. So these are the details from our side. Now the floor is open for question.
But NCC violations, the dissent notice for the first time happening, it's a practice in the election commission.
See, you know what really is the provision. The provision is that to the possible extent, unanimous decision should be taken. And this is what happens in most of the cases. But in some of the cases, there may be a differing view. And whatever is the majority view is what is what is taken as the final decision.
Sir, you said total cases are 49 of FCC violation with the ECI.
Complaints.
Complaints.
Yes.
And the website shows the 498 cases.
Now, I told which are received at the level of ECI in headquarter or referred by the CEO or DO to the ECI, and a decision has been taken at the level of ECI, whereas there you see the action taken by the DEOs, ROs as well as by the CEO themselves.
So of these 6 that are pending, how many are against the Congress president? Against
I have not taken like that, but I can tell you the pendency. No, I'm just telling you. Bihar, there is one case which is pending, 2 for Chhattisgarh, which are under submission, and from Uttar Pradesh, 3. So this is as on yesterday evening we compiled the figure. Even today also we received some of the complaints which are under compilation. So I have not taken out that against whom or what particular party.
मोदी के खिलाफ कितना है? कांग्रेस ने कहा कि 11 कंप्लेन है और 6 का आपने डिस्पोज कर दिया।
नहीं, वो मैंने अभी मैं आपको वो भी निकाल के दे दूंगा. I have the entire detail. I will have to calculate. So I'll share with you through Mrs. Shefali. I'll share with you.
Supreme Court has told you that by 6th you dispose.
You are asking about that. Okay.
Have you disposed all the cases or there are some cases
See the point is those 11 particular cases there was a court direction and the reply is going to be filed to the court. It's a sub judice matter. I would not like to share anything on that particular thing because tomorrow is today is the last date and it has been
Tomorrow
Day-
is the
scheduled court hearing is day after tomorrow. So we have given our reply and since it is sub judice I would not like to divulge those details.
Sir, those 498.
One by one please. One by one please.
He's also complains about the violence in West
Just one
Bengal.
second.
They let her key poll.
Please say it again.
BJP wants a key poll in certain constituencies in West Bengal.
Okay.
So what is the status of that?
So the process of any request for a repoll, it undergoes the scrutiny process when tomorrow the general observer, the returning officer, they will be doing a detailed scrutiny and they will be scrutinizing all the complaints that they have received apart from the norms which we have for selecting the specific polling stations to be picked up for scrutiny. And based on their reports, the decision is taken by the commission.
So about Tripura, what happened?
That 131 polling booths in Tripura.
I have got the reports from Tripura.
So Tripura Commission had appointed a special observer to go into the complaint process and validate the reports for recommending the report that had been given by the returning officer and the chief electoral officer. Based on the special observer's report, Commission will be taking the decision.
Sir, the 498 cases on the website did not include those recent complaints against the Prime Minister that have been settled. They did not show that. So is it a comprehensive list or there are other cases in addition?
I think I had already replied it in one of the earlier press conferences that where the prima facie is made out and notice is issued, that is displayed there. I'm telling about Election Commission. And that is what we are following. So wherever a notice would be going, you will be seeing it there.
Sir, of these 49 complaints that have come to the EC, Delhi,
Or referred by the states
or
also, both put
referred
together.
by the state CEOs, in how many has any election commissioner a written dissent on it?
See, again, as I told you, I am sharing with you what is the decision of the commission, not what really had been discussed. These are the internal matters, so I don't think that is appropriate for me to give comment on. Yes, please.
How far is the dissent recorded? Is there a written record of this dissent?
I can give you the outcome and I have shared with you.
So it's not recorded anywhere?
I am not commenting on that. This is, as I told you, most of the decisions are the unanimous decisions, and there are some cases where there may be difference of opinion, but the majority view is what is the decision of the commission, which I am communicating to you.
Sir, for transparency, you put everything on record. So why not you put this design note also on the record, on the website?
No, that is something I am not authorized to comment about.
So one question on Bengal. In every phase we've seen number of law and order incidents. You yourself have today elaborated 5 or 6. My question is a larger one, that despite over 7 phases, the entire election has been deferred. Huge amounts of paramilitary forces are there. Somewhere or the other, what is the reason that we are seeing this repeated law and order violations, or whether it's voter intimidation or whatever it may be, in the state of West Bengal? What is the election commission's view? Could there have been stricter security arrangements?
So there have been several complaints that Election Commission have received even during the preparatory phase, and based on that assessment, Commission had deployed the required number of central armed police forces, paramilitary forces there. Now, depending on how keenly the polls are contested, there can be local skirmishes which we have seen in each of the phases. Now that is for the local state police, the law and order management, they have to manage. They have been tackling that. The main focus for us is to ensure that the voters are able to come out and they are able to vote in a free and fair manner. And that is the focus, that is what has been the target and will continue to be for the subsequent phases.
Thank you. I think we can wind up for the day today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.